Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Got a fun one here. Not really a fan of the airplane parts, mainly because their airplanes kind of handle like a wet noodle. It's an absolute tragedy, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Have some, unique moments. The boat races consider have a lot of hitting other people in them, but rubbing is racing. And if you ain't first, you're last. Talladega Nights, good movie. Haven't seen it. What are you doing with your life?
Waves and wind. That's right. And as you happen to be the boat specialist, Bob, the floor is all yours. Thanks, Sean. Indeed, we're starting right off the bat with some serious inshore powerboat racing. The ocean is nice and flat. Perfect for our competitors to show us how well they can handle these speedsters. If they use their trim right, they'll be able to push their machines to their maximum. These things are fast, man. And I'm especially curious about that red trident-shaped boat right there. What model is that? This peculiar one-seater, my friend, is another unique Motorfest creation. A compact yet aggressive speedboat, the Water Rocket. Funny that this specific boat caught your eye. Its pilot is actually one of the newcomers who's recently been rocking Motorfest. Interesting. Well, guess we're not letting this promising challenger out of our sight then. And that's one lap down.
Since we're on like the topic of boats and whatnot, something that would be pretty dope if they added to the game would be the what are they called? It's like the sea breachers. You know what I'm talking about? The boats that can like go underwater and then just pop right out, kind of like a dolphin almost. I think that'd be cool. I don't know how that would work in a race, essentially, but I just think that'd be cool to have in the game. The ability to just kind of like pop on and then pop up. I just feel like that'd be kind of fun. Not really for the purpose of racing, but it would just be something unique to add to the game. Something different, give it a little touch.
Alright, I'm not the boat person here, but I have to admit this series is off to a good start. I see a lot of skills down there. You're absolutely right, Sean. Plus, we've got Hawaii on its Sunday best. Careful, it may not last. To reach the finish line. Hang in there, buddy. That's Water Rocket, Sean. Try to keep up. We're off to a beautiful start. I didn't have my morning.
So the last airplane race didn't save. I'm actually kind of glad about that because it was absolute brain rot. It was bad. It was bad. But I mean, this one was, wasn't too bad. Maybe a little sad. Mainly because this boat is slow. Like, super freaking slow. Not a fan of it, especially compared to the one later on. That one was fantastic. And I actually have that one. Because I just like it. The handle's better, it's got better speed. I just feel like it's all around better. Right there I get mounted by another boat. Man's trying to steal my speed. Restart, and then he does it yet again. Oh, but don't worry. The tragedies don't end yet. As if steering this boat wasn't hard enough, I decided, hey, you know what would be cool if we added wind? And, not a fan, have to say. It kind of threw me through a loop, because I was like, why am I turning so much? And then, right here, the wind gets me, and I just completely miss a checkpoint. Rage quit. Back at it again, almost miss it yet again. eventually, you know, I figured out that there's wind.
Careful with the rocks.
Finally get up to first, you know, feeling good. Steve's just, you know, running me. I'm just not a fan of this. I just feel like this boat lacks in many departments. I mean, what can you do, I guess?
Going upriver now, things are going to go differently. Shallow waters, narrow paths. Second lap. There's everything left to play for. A quick shout out to our friend and colleague Ray Warren, who's hosting the equally remarkable motorsports series just nearby at the Nahoma racetrack.
A real professional. I can almost hear him from here.
Here comes the jump.
Coming up on that checkpoint again. This time I actually get it without struggle. Still not used to the wind yet. It's kind of throwing me off a bit, but I mean, it's not that hard to get used to. But in the airplane, that's already a wet noodle. It is absolutely terrible. Mainly because I don't understand how the airplane's controlling this one versus like the Crew 2. They handle it a little bit better than they do. It just feels like every airplane in this game handles like the aerobatics. Like those airplanes in the Crew 2, you remember how they were like kind of like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like flimsy, really agile. That's just what I feel like every airplane in this game handles like. I'm not really a fan of it. I mean, some of them handle great, like the Platus, that still handles perfect, but they just feel too agile for what they're being used for, in a sense, because then you're more prone to oversteer, essentially, if that's what you want to say. And I can't get used to it.
The Blade Runner 35 in all its glory.
Honestly, you should have seen the colors in that thing. And those custom designs, whew, real masterpiece. No joke, this bake-off season finale was a real Hello, we're back live. Welcome back, everyone.
Hey, Sean, we're back indeed for our second air trial, where another contestant has just taken off.
See, I can handle them sometimes. It's just I feel like it is just me. I'm gonna be honest. I know I'm just not quite understanding how they work yet, but I don't really use airplanes in this game. I'm more a fan of, like, you know, street rally, you know, those. So the airplanes they're just completely different to me, because I didn't even really use them in the Crew 2. I mainly used race planes, but that's just because I like the way that the race planes handled. They were just a lot more stiff with the handling, so it was, to me, easier to use, but I'm sure to others it was a lot more confusing, or just a little bit difficult. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to speak for other people, but I just like the race planes because they handled a lot better, in my opinion. But I mean, I love the game. I just think that some of the handling on certain vehicles and who's a what's its are just a little kind of, just a pinch wonky. I just need to be fine-tuned a little bit. Maybe I just am not understanding how to use them. I mean, that's is a possibility that I'm not opposed to. But I do abuse the air drift a lot in some of the airplane ones, because it's a lot easier to steer. Because I constantly, you know, overturn or underturn, which has become very, you know, prevalent in each airplane one.
Wow, that's a mean section right there. The more I see it, the more I think it must be hard to handle.
Yeah, Motorfest sure isn't sparing these pilots, and believe me, they're clearly not out of the woods yet.
Look at this guy, cleverly teasing what's coming next.
I mean, the more I think about it, going through and editing this and seeing how I control these, I definitely think it's me just oversteering because I'm not used to how agile these airplanes are. Because it's new to me because I don't really use the airplanes too much, so they're really confusing. I mean, I'll figure it out eventually. Or I'll just buy a joystick. One of the two. A joystick would probably be a lot easier to use, but I don't have that kind of money.
there. It's just about passing that last gate. Beautiful performance.
Now this race is just freaking sweet. I like the Lamborghini's yacht. Like, it's Chef's Kiss. Beautiful looking. I want one. But, you know, they cost an arm, a leg, and your firstborn child. So that will never happen, but they still look sweet. One can dream. Just like the styles of them. I mean, it's unique. Most yachts are all pretty much the same. They all, let's be realistic here, they all look the same. This one's just kind of like that outside touch, something different you don't normally see. Yeah, I just kept panning around it because I like the way they look. They look good. But I mean, I like, you know, things that don't look normal. Things that don't really fit in with what everybody else wants. If only I had money like the man who owns Amazon. Can't think of his name right now. I definitely own one.
It's also important to mention that the sea got a little turbulent since the previous race. The competitors will have to deal with that. Someone who's never experienced it can't fathom what it's like to sail in such conditions, especially at that speed. Well, my friend, we're halfway through the race, and the weather conditions are only getting worse.
I can see it. I mean, look at these waves. Choosing larger ones clearly was the wise choice for this race.
Need to push their engines.
Come on, water rockets. They made it. And the Challenger handled that gorgeous Lamborghini Techno.
I'm not really a fan of these races. Mainly because you have to be so precise, and I am the furthest thing from precise. I'm like writing on a piece of paper with your non-dominant hand. It's, you know, sloppy and painful to look at. But I'm always down for a challenge. I mean, you know, I always give them a try. I had to like take 10 minutes in between each race just to mentally recruit myself after each one. But I mean, that's just because I'm not used to them. Again, I like my street races. They're, you know, more fun to me anyways. But that's just because the street cars have so many customization options. You can make them look pretty sick. can't really do that with the airplanes, which is understandable. Yes, I'm not saying everything needs to be customizable, because then, you know, it'd be kind of weird. Although I'd like to see what other people can make with some of these things. That'd be pretty cool. I like going into the, you know, the why can I not think of what it's called? Where people show off all their custom things in like the main hub or whatever. I like looking at the things that people make, because some people make some pretty cool stuff. It's nice to see the creativity that goes on.
As we speak, our favorite Challenger water rocket is back in the sky for this third flight. In the cockpit of a stunning Grumman F-8F Bearcat, or simply the Bear. As an extremely reliable machine, it has served many purposes back in the day. Combat, aerobatic, air racing, or leisure.
The stories this plane could tell.
For sure. If that thing could speak, you would not be disappointed. Now let's go tease the master of the island.
The big old Fire Mountain.
Look at this. How crazy is that?
Motorfest crazy.
You know, this is the boat I was talking about earlier. I love the way that this one handles. I feel like it handles better. And it's got, you know, what I feel like is better speed, better handling.
Welcome back, everyone. We're now in Pearl Harbor Bay, and the contestants are
The other one
already
just
sailing
seems
at
too
full speed.
blocky in a sense. It's like trying to move a Lego brick in a cup of water, essentially. Just feels like that's how much mobility you have using the other boat. And I keep getting attacked by everybody else. I liked that one boat. I don't know if it's in this one, but I know it's in the crew. It kind of looked like a yacht. I can't remember what it was called, but it had kind of like a tail on it, essentially. I don't know, but I loved that one. That one was cool. Kind of cheating the checkpoints here, just to get them and keep first. Cause I'm not doing too hot in this one, but you know. It gets better as time. It's like, you know, it's like a cheese. It gets better as it goes through the whatever it goes through. I'm not too sure how they make cheese, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just eat it.
Going for the shallow water section.
Gets pretty narrow below these bridges. water rocket, who's about to enter its second lap.
I'm with you on that. This time, our pilot got a DCB M31, an excellent, reasonably sized performance catamaran. Not as impressive as the Technomar, but way more suitable for that kind of technical inshore showdown.
The second lap, in my opinion, goes better, except for right here. I kind of messed up. That wind threw me off, and then I hit that wave, and I just, you know, became a rocket ship there. Thought for sure I was hitting that boat, you know, pucker factor. Thankfully, the anchor is, you know, phase throughable. Thankfully. Yeah, if I would have hit that anchor, I probably would have just straight up quit. I'm gonna be completely, I would have just gave up. Go play a different thing. Do a different race, or just drive around.
Some contestants may not finish this race.
Guys, we are surrounded by manta rays here. Oh, a majestic tribute to the local fauna. Giselle would love that.
Just like a ballet.
Come on, water rocket. Now's the time to push. Trim that M31.
And that's the finish line, Bob. The Pacific.
And our last challenger is now taking his turn. The plane has taken off, and it's on. Look at the beautiful skyline in the distance. This is precisely where we're headed. Sean, you're up. Your specialty, your protege, your moment.
I'm 100% focused, Bob. This is serious business. Like all the previous contestants before, Water Rocket will have to make it through this extremely technical flight through the city. Fun has already begun. Careful between these two buildings. You've seen it. Some of these sections are dreadful. Extreme mode is mandatory. All right, now a little detour over the shores, then back to town.
Beautiful view from up here, fellas. We've passed Waikiki Beach and are now going for the second half of this loop. We have the most fantastic view of the famous Diamond Head right now.
Going down. Ooh, careful, not too much. Down to the river, then all the way left. It's about to get even more treacherous for our pilot.
The sun is now directly ahead. This will make things easier.
An extremely sharp turn is coming up. You've got to steer the plane all the way to the right. coming up. It requires a very difficult maneuver.
Well, Sean, we're out of the city. The toughest part is behind us.
That's right, Bob. Just a few more good maneuvers, and then all we have to do is land smoothly.